morning, everyone. It's Amazing Vibes, and today we are going to be talking about a new fragrance flanker that just came out. If you checked out my short this morning, you already know what this video is going to be about. So this is Glossier's two new flankers that they just released. You can get this at Sephora. So for the first one, it is Glossier You Doux and Glossier You Reve. Now, I probably butchered that, but if you know the correct way how to say it, let me know in the comment section. I won't be offended. All right, if you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe. And let's get started. We are going to start off with the Glossier brand, just like a general overall summary of it. So they are known to be like a musky skin scent unisex fragrance. If you're familiar with my other Sephora videos, I did do a review on the original Glossier You fragrance before, and for me personally, I'm not really a fan of it. I feel like that fragrance overall is a love or hate thing, and I'm leaning more towards like the hate side. I'll get into it in a bit of as to why I don't necessarily like that scent, but I mean, a lot of people do love it. A lot of people hate it, so I don't know. But anywho, let's get into Glossier You Doux. This is going for $78 for a 1.7 ounce bottle. This is a unisex scent. Actually, all of these are. So the original You Doux, and You Reve. And so this is in the earthy and woody fragrance family, and for the scent type it says warm woods. The key notes for Glossier You Doux, it says it's sweet violet, palo santo, and ambrox. And now we're going to talk about why I didn't like the original. When it comes to the ambrox note, some people know it as ambroxan, it's pretty much the same thing. That note has this weird muskiness to it, and it's supposed to like morph to like your body. Apparently online it says skin type, pH levels, and body temperature, so that note can smell different on a bunch of different people. I smell the same thing. I smell it on the tester, I smell it on my skin, I smell like what I'm talking about as far as that weird muskiness on other people. Like, that's the fragrance notes where I can tell that that note is in there, if that makes sense. So that is why I'm not really a fan of the Glossier fragrances. It's just not my thing. If it is yours, I'm not knocking it. Like, you wear whatever you like. I'm just saying that's why I don't like it. And so with it being in the fragrance notes of pretty much all of these, I think, I'm not really a fan of it, but I'm still going to review it for you. So I'm just saying, with this fragrance's DNA that's in there, I'm not a fan of it. So just keep that in mind when you're listening to this review, because I feel like if you don't like the original Glossier you may not like the flankers. The DNA is in all of them. So let's talk about ambrox for a second, or ambroxan. It says that it's a chemical compound used in perfumery to create ambergris notes. If you are familiar with my other fragrance reviews, I do not like that fragrance note. It is weird. It's almost like a weird, musky, salty, earthy scent that kind of just throws off the other fragrance notes. Some people love it. I'm just not a fan of it, but online it says that the scent type for ambrox is known for its muskiness, woody, and animal-like scent. And then it says it's reminiscent of amber. Like I said, I'm just not a fan of it. But let's get back to Glossier You Doux. All right, so as far as sweet violet, palo santo, and ambrox, this also has frankincense and myrrh in it as well. The most thing that you're getting out of this fragrance is palo santo. You have to love palo santo to love this fragrance. It is very noticeable. It's the first thing you're going to smell, and it's the last thing that you're going to smell on the dry down. Yes, I tried it for you guys. The frankincense and myrrh, you're getting that, you know, that earthy smokiness to it as well, but I feel like the Palo Santo just takes over everything in this fragrance. Even with that said, the violet isn't very noticeable. It's very faint and it just eventually goes away. The Ambrox is in there. You definitely smell it in the dry down, which again, I don't mind Palo Santo. It's something that maybe I can use and spray it lightly, but because that Ambrox is in there, I just can't deal with it. So for all the Palo Santo girlies or men out there, if you like the Glossier brand, you like that DNA scent, and you like Palo Santo, I would say try this out. All right, next up we have Glossier You Reve. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry. This is the same price, 1.7 ounce, going for $78. And although like I don't really like the Glossier You DNA, I feel like I can deal with this one. This is unisex. It's in the warm and spicy fragrance family. The scent type is warm and sweet gourmands. So the official fragrance notes of Glossier You Reve is plum butter, toasted almond, iris, and creamy white sandalwood. That's from the official website. You do get that plum note in there. The plum note is very nice. It's almost giving like almost like a dark berry to it, but not exactly like a dark berry. It's giving off like, if you see plum in a fragrance as a note, like it's like a typical plum scent. That's the best way I can describe it. As far as the toasted almond, the iris, unfortunately I wasn't getting any toasted almond to it. I wouldn't categorize this as a gourmand, to be honest. I tried this one specifically over and over because I was like, oh, I kind of like that plum note that's in there. But I was like, where is the gourmand sweet scent? So yeah, toasted almond, I would ignore that. You do smell a floral in there, so that fruity floralness to the scent. The sandalwood, just a little bit. It was mainly like a deep plum floral and that Ambrox scent, that weird DNA in there. That's what you're mainly getting. But like I said, out of all of them, I feel like I can deal with this one the most. Out of the three, this is definitely the most feminine out of there. I feel like people will like Reve the most. And by the way, supposedly this means dream in French, and then doux means sweet, which I was just like, what was sweet in what was sweet in there? I feel like Reve can be like kind of dreamy. Like I was like, okay, I get that, but in Glossier You Do, I was just like, what's sweet in here? That smells like a woody, smoky, just a little bit smoky, like Palo Santo scent. I don't know, I didn't get it, but out of the three, I feel like Glossier You Reve is the best. And then number two, I would say Glossier You Do, and then the original would be Glossier You would be number three. That is pretty much my review for all of them. Have, you know, that DNA in there of that Ambrox. Even if you don't like the original, or if you don't like that DNA, out of all of them, I would say at least try Glossier You Reve, because that one was a little bit different. Like I said, I could deal with that one. Let me know in the comment section if you are interested in these new flankers, what you think about them, if you already tried it out. And let me know what you think about that Ambrox ambergris note in there. It can't only be me. It is a very just earthy, salty. It's just like this weird musk. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping. Bye!